Grant's Pilot Advice, brought to you by you. Welcome back to Grant's Pilot Advice. I've just come back from a great week at EAA Airventure in Oshkosh. And in honor of Airventure, we're going to do something a little different. Every year, tens of thousands of pilots make the pilgrimage to Oshkosh, each one with their own story and advice about flight training. For this video, I took to Celebration Way, Boeing Plaza, and the Brown Arch to find out your best pilot advice. But that's enough for me. Let's hear what you all had to say.
Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Jeannie. We're the Henrys, and we're from Heber City, Utah.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Scott Gilliland, call sign Lucky.
My name's Lester. I'm a flight instructor, helicopter, CFI, and also airplane CFI. I do a lot of different things with Civil Air Patrol, with flight training.
I'm a retiring airline pilot soon, and I've been a flight instructor for 30 plus years.
I'm just a student pilot.
Worked as a pilot in the Swedish Air Force. I flew the last maybe 15 years. I flew the Gripen. I have about approximately 1,500 hours on the Gripen. And before that, I flew the Saab 37, the Viggen. And I also have, a long time ago, I flew 3 years in Scandinavian Airlines, the MD-80, for about 2,000 hours.
I'm currently an ATP commercial pilot for FedEx. I'm a captain on the 777. My background was general aviation first, and then I went into the Marine Corps, ended up flying F-18 Charlies, and then I got out, flew for United Airlines, and now at FedEx. Also fly with the commemorative Air Force, fly the T-6, and I'm also with the Red Star Pilot Association, flying Yak 52s, Yak 52 TWs, and a couple other airplanes.
And I have loved to be a flight instructor. That has been my passion for many years. So I love to interact with most often younger pilots in their career. And
Our biggest focus is getting kids involved in flying and mentoring them and helping them get scholarships to learn. And it's just a great way to spend your time.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing that I learned in flight training through across the board from the beginning till now is consistency. You have to stay consistent. You can't train a few days and then take a few weeks off and then train a few days, because you'll spend too much time trying to remember what you forgot than able to move on. But if I had any advice for anybody, I'd say commit to what you're doing, work hard, and don't stop until it's over.
One of the best things I can tell you is start young, get as many ratings as you can while you're young. Most of my ratings came after I was 50 years old, but I do a lot to help out people in the industry, especially younger pilots trying to make it up into the corporate world or to the aviation world, such as airlines.
And the best thing I learned about flying is listen to your instructor. They know more than you do.
He's a good student. He really is. He's doing well.
do everything you do so easy as possible. Do not complicate it. Do not try to do something extra, because when you don't know it, you will be in the situation that you need a lot of capacity. And if you then do it so easy, if you plan it so easy, and so then you will have the most capacity over when something difficult happens.
Do not expect instant results as well. I mean, you don't become a professional until you hit about 4 years of college. So don't think that aviation is going to be any different. In other words, give it time, be safe as best you can, follow your checklist, big time, and make sure you just don't mess up the easy things.
I'm Daniel Probst from Tampa, Florida. This is my airplane, a 1946 Globe GC-1 Swift. And most important thing that I learned in flight training is never get too caught up in the fact that you're having to do school and work basically to make that happen. Take time to have fun while you do it. Go make your flight instructor fly you to lunch somewhere and see what flying's about, and not just make it a chore to learn and get all your ratings and make it to the next stage check or anything like that.
My name is Bruce Harold. I'm from Liberty University, and I'm an instrument-rated private pilot. And one of the most important things that I've learned in my flight training is a good pilot is always learning, right? No matter how many ratings you have, you don't know it all.
My name is Alexia. I'm a private pilot, and probably one of the most important things I've learned in my flight training, pretty basic, but aviate, navigate, communicate.
It's like live, laugh, love
Yeah,
for aviation.
exactly.
I'm Noah. I'm a CFI, VFR only. I think the most important thing to me that I've learned about aviation is to be humble. As soon as you feel like you're like the master of the cockpit, that's when you get complacent. And as soon as you start flying like you drive, just kind of zoning out, I think that's where a lot of things go wrong. So I think be humble and just pay attention. Don't let the plane take control of you.
I'm Jake Dahlberg. I have a commercial pilot's license. The most valuable thing I learned during flight training is to treat every flight as if your family is in the back seat. Be thorough, deliberate, and never rush.
My name's Tom Beach, private pilot, instrument rating. The most useful thing I learned in flight training, so doing my private was out of a untowered field. And one of the best experiences I had is my instructor took me to a towered field and really just helped get that experience of like talking to ATC and it's fine. Don't treat them as something scary. If you have questions, ask them. Don't be afraid to ask people to repeat things, but learning how to communicate with them and treating them like just another person made it a lot easier to get used to.
My name is David Dahlberg. I am a private pilot with approximately 525 hours of flight time with a high performance and complex endorsement. The most important thing I probably learned during my flight training was that you should always be prepared and research your destinations, including weather, and all the information about the field that you're flying to.
My name is John. I hold a LAPL, which is a UK national license. It means that I can't unfortunately fly out of the country. I also hold a night rating, and I'm working on a few other things. I guess the most important thing that I've learned in training is that you have to keep on learning, you have to keep on extending the mission. Throw yourself, with an instructor into some uncomfortable situations, some uncomfortable attitudes. Do the stuff that scares you, because that's what's going to make you a better pilot.
My name is Grant Holfels, and I hold private and instrument. And the most interesting thing I've learned in flight training was that the airport beacons rotate at 12 beats per minute, or 12 rotations per minute.
I'm Garrett Gilliland here at Oshkosh. I'm currently a Purdue student in aerospace engineering and also a student pilot. And the most valuable thing I think I've learned through flight training is to stay calm, because things happen very quickly if you aren't calm, and I think it's most important because it could be a life or death situation.
My name is Martin from Houston, Texas. Private pilot, instrument rating. Generally, I fly Piper Saratoga retractable landing gear. As far as like interesting things I learned as a pilot, I think it's especially with the instrument rating, is learning a new level of precision that you don't really get in your private pilot training. I think even if you're not flying in instrument conditions, it's really valuable to get that instrument rating, because it just makes you a more precise and safer pilot.
A huge thanks goes out to all of you for your contributions to this video. It was great to meet you all at Oshkosh and hear your advice for a change. I hope you all continue to enjoy flight training and your journey through aviation. If you have any other advice, leave me a comment. Leave a like on this video and share with your Oshkosh crew. Subscribe to my channel and check out another video while you're there. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want my best pilot advice, I say it at the end of every video: fly safe and never stop learning.